Alright guys, we're back. I can't believe this is episode 5. Today we're doing something special. We're gonna go all American, you guys. We're gonna go meat and potato, but with a little bit of a twist.
Let's get to the potatoes. Okay, we have our water boiling. I'm gonna throw a little olive oil and some salt. We're gonna get these little baby potatoes on the roll. Boom, some salt, little olive oil, guys. Make sure you use some olive oil, right? Just a little bit. I'm gonna throw in these baby potatoes very gently. Make sure that you do them very gently. And I can do the rest.
You guys are gonna love this recipe. Okay, this is one of the most easiest recipe you guys are ever gonna have. Normally, I don't know if you can see the silver back on this. Normally I would trim that out, okay? I don't need to trim this out. The reason is because we're gonna age this beef. And this is the way we're gonna age it. I am going to soak this cheesecloth with this bourbon. We got the cheesecloth nice and soaked, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap this in this cheesecloth full of bourbon, and we're gonna age it for 30 to 40 days. It all depends. I don't know, sometimes I go 50, but my friends like to go around 30 to 35, okay? So what I'm gonna do right now is wrap it up with the cloth. Cut, please. Get this. Oh, yeah, I got it. Here, I got it. Here, don't cut. I got it.
Keep it going, keep it going.
Keep it going. Now we got it all nice and wrapped up, guys. It's been soaking. And now we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in our cooler for 30 days. My cooler happens to be at 40 degrees, okay? It stays at 40 degrees at all times. I'm gonna hang it up on the cooler, as you saw a little while ago, and it'll stay there for 30 to 35 days. Okay, guys? Let's dig in. Okay guys, we're ready to unwrap our steak. Okay, this has been in my cooler for 36 days.
36.
That's what he said. So I'm ready to unwrap this bad boy, and we're gonna cut it up today. So here we go. Again, it's been aged for 36 days in this cheesecloth, wrapped. Soaked in bourbon.
Like, you know, growing up in New York, I'm really not used to aged beef. Like, it's basically fresh. Cook it, fry it, grill it. Now, this is something new to me, and George swears by this, and he's telling me that this is basically one of the best steaks you're going to have. Now, this looks like a crime scene right now out of freaking Forensic Files. I don't know, whatever. It's not that appealing to me. And again, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm still learning this as we go along. But let's try it out.
First thing we need to do is to trim it. But guys, I want you to smell it. I want you to smell that. How good? Smell that.
I'm gonna smell this. I'm gonna let you know how it smells. Okay. It smells like blue cheese. It smells like blue cheese.
Exactly what it's supposed to smell.
Wait a minute. I like blue cheese on my chicken wings.
And this is exactly what it smells. Come here, smell it. You smell it. Come here, you smell it too.
Doug, smell it.
Doug, smell it.
How it smell like, Doug? You like it?
I like blue cheese.
Doug likes blue cheese too on his chicken wings.
Guys, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a couple steaks out so we can have some beautiful dinner today, especially with those potatoes there. So I'm gonna cut a couple steaks. I like my steak about 2 inches, so it's like a knuckle and a half. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And then I'm gonna start trimming. Look at it. I don't even have to use, the knife pretty much cuts it.
You could use your thumbs. Use your thumbs.
Look at that, guys. Look at that color. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trim all this out of it. and we're just gonna have the center of it, okay? But look at that marbling, look at that texture. Look at this, your finger just melts into it, okay? So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna trim all this edge, okay? This beautiful edge, and we're just gonna keep this beautiful redness here, okay? So I'm gonna start. Remember guys, your knife is super important, okay? Don't worry about cutting too much. It just get all, as long as you get this little red part in here, you're doing great, okay? Guys, very important, get a good knife. I mean, okay, spend a couple bucks on a good knife, and these knives last forever. Remember, we just want to get to the red part of the meat, okay? You do lose a lot of meat when you age beef. You lose about 30%, even more, okay, when you age beef. And that's why it's so costly. This steak in a restaurant is like about maybe $100. So that's the reason these steaks are so expensive, because all this is waste. You can't eat any of this stuff. Somebody told me you could do some sauce with it, but I haven't looked into that yet. But maybe in the next show we could do something with this, with the stuff I'm cutting off. So I'm just looking for anything else that's a little bit colorful. Look at this steak, guys. Look at that bad boy. Huh? Is that beautiful? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right now. Remember, when you're cutting a steak, let's not chop it up like it's a hamburger, okay? Just make sure it's a beautiful cut. There you go. So right now we got two beautiful steaks right now. About, what do you think? About an inch and a half? Yeah, I think it's about an inch and a half. Okay? Love the marbling. Love this. Man, you could probably eat this thing raw. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Louis season it up for us, and we're going to cook it up. All right, guys? Let's dig in.
I don't know about that raw part, but I'm going to season it up for you. Okay, now that George has cut our steaks, I'm going to pretty much salt the heck out of these things and pepper them down. This is all you need. It's been aged again for 36 days, guys. It's been wrapped in a bourbon cheesecloth, and I'm going to add some sea salt and some pepper. Now, I'm going to be very generous with the salt. I'm going to be very up close with it. I'm going to be very personal. I'm going to talk to this steak, because you know what? You are going to be my best friend, and you're going to get in my belly, and I'm going to love you. Okay, once I put the salt in here, I'm gonna add some pepper, guys. Remember, I said very generous. So you're gonna be very generous with the salt like I did. I'm gonna be very generous with the pepper. Again, guys, I'm showing you one side because earlier on, I flipped it and I did the other side. All right, we're ready. The potatoes have been drained. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil, and I'm gonna add on some Italian seasoning as well as some sea salt added in already. So basically, Doug, if you could just do a little zoom right there, a little close up. All right, guys, a little olive oil. Simple Italian seasoning. Make sure it's organic with no MSG or any additive chemicals, and some sea salt in there. And basically just sprinkle them all around, just like so. Boom, boom, boom. After you get the top cover coated, flip them around just a little bit, right? So you can have the olive oil, and then you're gonna add some more of the Italian seasoning with sea salt already combined into here. Let's go. Okay, guys, we're gonna introduce our steaks to our skillet. Our skillet right now is running about like 450 degrees, and we're gonna place our ribeye onto the skillet. For each side is gonna be about three and a half minutes. So I'm gonna place the first skillet. I'm gonna place the second steak. Now remember, we're gonna do 3.5 minutes on each side. George, keep count. And we're gonna flip these bad boys over. Again, only sea salt and pepper, that's all you need. It's been aged for 36 days, guys. The simpler the better, the easier the taste is gonna be, like George says, amazing.
Guys, we're ready to cut the steak. I did them for 3.5 minutes on each side. You know, normally I like my steak a little bit more rare, but for you guys that like your steaks a little bit more cooked, this is what I got for you. So let's dig in on our cuts here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That is beautiful. It doesn't get better than this. And now we're gonna be ready to plate with our beautiful potatoes. Again, medium rare. That's how I like my steak.
Alright guys, this is the ending of episode 5. Thank you for watching, and you can subscribe right down here to our link Let's Dig in Miami YouTube. And George right here is about to plate our plates, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Now guys, this looks beautiful. I'm gonna taste it right now.
Medium rare. That's what I like.
This looks fantastic, guys. I'm about to grab a piece and tell you exactly how I feel about this. Now, growing up in New York, guys, you know, in the Latino community, being Latin, Dominican, that is, we're used to eating, you know, beef really well cooked. And that's really, you know, it's okay sometimes if it's fried, not too much. But this right here, guys, this is basically where it's at. This gives you the flavor. It's been aged for 36 days. And I'm about to taste a piece right here. And I'm going to tell you, growing up from Queens, this is what it's about right here. Remember, it's looking beyond rice and beans. Wow. Texture's delicious. I feel like I'm biting into like a Philly blue cheesesteak. If that's
pretty good. Yeah.
that's pretty good.
That's exactly what you're gonna be biting.
Biting into a Philly blue cheesesteak. It's delicious. The texture is awesome. These potatoes, again, olive oil, Italian seasoning with this right here. Focus a little, Doug. Can you smell that? That's what it's all about. Yo, once again, this is George. I'm Louis. Let's dig in. Chacho. You nailed it, homie. This is what organic good food is all about.
This came out delicious.
Peace. Intro. Original track that I made is playing right now. We out. Potatoes have been drained. I'm Shut up, bro.
We're ready to unwrap our cut
On the raw.
on the raw. Okay, fine,
So-
man. Do it that way.
Doug he's gonna charge us for this bleeping.